Stevie Lou on the radio. Counting up to how we got quite a ways to go. Another was by with a dial. But we know what makes us smile. You love me cause you told me, my darling, that's how I know. Thank goodness we took a break from the video. Broadcast get spotlight more than the audio. Slow down and wait our turn. Upon the dial Moses as she took our spirits going slow down. Rain, come back another day. Hey, hey, collect your thoughts and fire away. It's getting cold and it's tonight. And Stevie's here to take us home. Hey, now, what did you say? Let's have memories and just to have it all way. Fun fact, it's never too late to recognize the difference and make a big change. And hey, now, what do you say? Let's have memories and just to have it all way. Fun fact, it's never too late. Thank God we got David Mack on the microphone. Hot coffee pumping rock and roll through the stereo. Who would have known at the time that'd be yours and you'd be mine? He plays that same old song that made us both realize. And now the flautist plays us a melody. Cuts through the static fuzz periodically. I can't seem to make out the song. Right, I could be wrong. 5 miles further down the road until the signal's fully gone. Okay, come back another day. Hey, hey, collect your thoughts and fire away. It's getting cold on a heated night, and Steve's here to take us home. Hey, now, what do you say? Let's have memories and just to have it all way. Fun fact, it's never too late to recognize the difference and to make a big change. And hey, now, what do you say? Let's have memories and just to have it all way. Fun fact, it's never too late. They talk about boys, bam, all the time kids. Talk about the highs, you talk about this. And thought to show you heard it all. Smoke some wine for the TV, channels on the feed on the channel 13. And the Steve smashes the dance. Come back another day. Hey, hey, collect your thoughts and fire away. It's getting cold and it's early tonight. Jenny's here to take us Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie, Stevie Lou! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie, Stevie Lou!
Hello. Shit. All right, we're good. We're good. I'm good. You're good. We are good. We're doing it. I don't know. You're here. Are you with me? Do you see me? Do you feel me? Jesus. Mein God. How is it going, ladies and gentlemen? Happy. Holy shit, look at this. Stop everything. Little Lemmy is here. Everyone fucking salute to fucking Little Lemmy right now. God damn it. If you don't fucking get the fuck up right now and show this fucking woman some fucking respect, I'm gonna fucking break my fucking goddamn. Hello everyone. Hello, Little Lemmy. I hear Little Lemmy has a. We're not starting in a sec. We're started already. We started now. Get that shit out of here. Get it out of here. Hello, Little Lemmy. Hello, everyone. Hello, my friends. Hello, my enemies, and everyone in between. Please go follow Little Lemmy on all social medias. The Twitter, and YouTube, as a matter of fact. Little Lemmy, why don't you throw, well, maybe somebody, please help me the fuck out and put her fucking YouTube link in the goddamn chat if you don't fucking mind. I hear Little Lemmy is on YouTube these days, which I honestly, I didn't ever think I'd see that day. I did not think we'd see the day that Little Lemmy would be on YouTube, but here we are. Here we are. Strange days. Strange days indeed. Oh boy, I'll tell you what. Holy shit, this can't be the real. I mean, if that's the real Deadpool and he's throwing up L's, I think everything's gonna be all right. I think this is all gonna work out. I mean, listen, there's a lot to get into, and we will. I am still what? Little Lemmy's got super chats now? That's good, folks. Please go and send Little Lemmy some money. Send me some money. Jesus Christ. I am I'll leave it at that. But yeah, how you doing? How you doing, folks? It's Saturday morning. I'm still wearing the same shit that I was wearing last night. I actually wore this to bed last night, so I've been stinky. Smells a little bit, but hey, who the fuck cares? You know, it's Saturday morning. It's early. Pop-up show, Plop Up Show. Just figured I'd get it in before the weekend gets away from me. I wanted to check in with you, see how you're doing, talk some shit, have a good time, and then do our thing and get on with it. What do you say? Are you okay? Are you gay? Are you Sade? It can only be one of the three. Okay, gay, Sade. Which one? I personally am sober right now, and I don't know about all that. It's just something we're doing it. We're doing it for now, and we talked about it a bunch last night on Misery Loves Company, which we should get right into. I think so. Jesus Christ. It looks like Dead Fool is saying that Lemmy's got super tips and super tits. Oh my God. That's not really Saturday. It's Saturday morning. Thank God it's not Sunday. If it was the Lord's Day, that's not going to fly around here. But it is Saturday. I guess that sort of thing is allowed, at least here. I don't think Lemmy takes offense to it, talking about her magnificent, glorious bosom. Oh, sorry, it's more than one. Bosoms. She's got some bosoms. So, who doesn't love a set of fucking nice fucking bajungas? I mean, like I said, salute to little Lemmy and her man Granny. I'm not gonna do that whole thing where it's like, I want to fuck Lemmy. I want to fucking put it in her stinker. A lot of people do that out here in this internet. I respect women. Let's just get that straight. But yeah, let's get back to it. Oh, we're having fun. Shelving. Wait, no, sorry. Shelving. Shelving. I do need some shelves, actually. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I was actually looking to put some shelves up back, like right here. Put my VHS collection. No, that's probably like, Stevie, you have a VHS collection? Yeah, actually, hold on one second. Pardon me, I'm in my underwear. I don't, this is a little weird, but you might, and hopefully nothing's poking out. But I'm in my underwear right now, but give me one second. Wait a minute. This is just like a little taste. This isn't even the half of it. But we got a lot of shit in here. Let me show you this one. This is actually, hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I made a really remarkable discovery last night. I was going to watch Endless Summer 2, and I was literally going to pop this in last night, give it a watch. And I went to pop it in. I looked, and it's Crocodile Dundee. I don't even have Endless Summer 2. I got Crocodile Dundee. But I want to give this one a watch. I don't know if you've ever heard of this film, The Hidden, with Michael Nouri and Kyle MacLachlan. Apparently, it's very, very good and underrated. Let's see. This is one of my new hobbies, is to collect old aerobics videos from the 80s. I don't want to really get into why. Don't want to get into why I collect these things, but let's just say I've been building a bit of a collection. Let me put these down somewhere. Hold on. That could be a fun game one day, just to go through Stevie's, Stevie, I mean me, just go through some of my VHSs. I do have a little fun collection I'm building out there. And honestly, hey, listen, if you are a fan of Stevie Lou and you have some VHSs at home that you're looking to get rid of, reach out to me. Shoot me a DM on Twitter. Stevie Lou is back. You see it, it's down there. Shoot me a message and maybe we could talk. I'll maybe I can make you an offer, pop them in the mail, and yeah, it's a good time. I got some crazy shit. Like, look at this one. You ever seen this? Heart of Dixie. That's interesting look. Look at that. What the fuck is going on? What in the name of fuck is happening there? I gotta watch that one. Figure out what the plot is. Look at this one. This one's pretty badass, actually. This may be one of my favorite. Oh, Jesus, cat hair. One of my favorites that I picked up. This is Mr. Cab Calloway, Minnie the Moocher. And if the folks out there don't know what Minnie the Moocher is, that is the song from famously sang in the Blues Brothers movie that goes, "Hidey, hidey, hidey, hi. Hidey, 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 hi. Holy, 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 ho. Holy, holy, holy. Heedy, 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 hee." Yeah, that's what we do. 68 VHS in my garage. I'll send them forthwith. Thank you, Tio. Actually, that you kind of were the kind of guy I had in mind when I put that out there. You wouldn't have to mail them to me though. We could probably meet up one day. John Carson checking in. Stevie, have you been sweating to the oldies? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I got some good ones over there. I don't want to take up too much more time just talking bullshit. VHS, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with the shelving. Maybe back there. I don't know. Let's check in with the chat. Oh, and also thank you to the wonderful dogs in a pile for starting the show off with their song Stevie Lou. That's I still kind of pinch myself when I realize that one of the best bands in the country has a song named after me. What the fuck? I mean, is this real life? So shout out to Dogs in a Pile. Go see them live. Tell them Stevie sent you. And then also thank you to the controversial but talented Flavorino for providing me with my theme entrance music. Now, listen, I don't know. I mean, listen, I do appreciate Flavorino making those songs. But I will say, I mean, it is AI. I will break down the fourth wall and let you know. I've been using the AI music, and honestly, I don't think that's the way to go. No shame in it, I guess, but that's just not me as a human, how I want to represent myself with AI. So I spoke to a good buddy of mine who is talented musically, and we are going to try to work on a new theme song, a new pre-show vibe, music, and it'll be all made with hands and minds, and not California computers. But yeah, it's a beautiful fucking day. It's a beautiful day in New York City. It's only like 65 degrees right now, which is a little cool for August, but apparently the heat's on its way. Um, I am chilling here, just kind of doing it. We're gonna probably go to Muay Thai later at 2 o'clock. Probably take some videos of me at my practice. I think that would probably interest some folks. Just these Stevie Loop throwing some hands, throwing some legs. I got these long ass arms, long legs, and we're putting them to work. Let me tell you, it's just one of the best exercises I've ever had in my life is Muay Thai. This is no question about it. It's a full body workout. All right, enough of that bullshit. Mm, mm, Let's see what we got here. Look at this. Balls deep, my man. '07, brother. Fellow Steel Toe Mod alumni. That's where we met. That's how I met Balls Deep. We were in a moderator meeting one day. We're like, fucking, you're sitting there. You're like, this fucking Steel Toe guy. He just won't. He just runs these meetings, and we got to be here. This is fucking ridiculous. And I look over, and Balls Deep is like shaking his head too, like, what the fuck? But you know what? We bonded on a an ability to moderate a chat for a man in Minnesota. We did. We bonded. As a matter of fact, that's how I met little Lemmy. Shelf them up, knock. Shelf up them knock, baby. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Um, but that's actually how I met Lemmy too. This is fucking bringing me down memory lane. I remember I was made a mod by Steel Toe, and then I kind of was just like fucking modding everything. I got right into it. That's what happens. You get the power and then you abuse the power. And little Lemmy sent me a DM and she was like, hey, 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 hey. No, stop. Take it easy. And yeah, she put me in my place. Lemmy's to do. Lemmy's to do. Let's see what we got going on. Where's Deadpool talking about my athletic videos? Where's Jane Fonda? She's a traitor to our country. So we're not going to do the Jane Fonda thing, Johnny. As a matter of fact, hold on one second. I got something for you. See this, Jane? You see this, Jane? You see this, Jane? Jane Fonda, is it? You see this? You see what this means, Jane? Jane Fonda. You see what this means? It means not welcome, bitch. Not welcome here. I want to make it. Can we? What? Oh, that might be. I might get some trouble for that. Let me put these in a proper place. Respect, folks. Just respect. Just fucking respect America. That's all I fucking ask, man. That's literally the only rule that we have here in Luland is put some fucking respect on America's name. I'm sick of this shit. I'm literally sick and tired of this fucking bullshit with all this fucking yada 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 and subtly. Oh, that's kind of fucked up. Mickey saying that I'm doing that to subliminally troll my wife. You know, she works out. Trust me, she works out. Look at that, NJ Ranger in the house. I saw he was mixing it up last night with us. Let's try to get to it. I've been beating around the bush. Last night's NLC was fuego. Fire, as the kids say. Beep, 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 beep. Had a good time with Mr. Kevin Brennan. We had Karmic X show up and put on a great performance. And then we had the one and only Keanu C. Thompson kind of come in and help us wrap the show up there. And we ended up doing 5 hour. Kevin did 5 hours. I think I jumped in somewhere around the 1 hour mark, and we went late. We went very late last night. I think it went till about 1:30 in the morning, and that was a blast. That was a good fucking time. Mr. Brennan, as I know him fondly, as Mr. Brennan was really on another level last night. I mean, there's no other way to really put it. If you are not a holy shit, look at this Deadpool coming in. We've seen you box. Adding kicks might be a bad idea. Yeah, listen, not only do you see me box, you're kind of responsible for some of that, for actually most of it. I will say, Deadpool, that you were very influential in my boxing career, and I thank you for that. I will always thank you for that. It was very cool of you. Hit the like button while we're here. I don't know where my mods are. I didn't let anybody know I was going live, so maybe they got caught off guard. But usually Doodle is in here telling people to hit the like button, so please do that. But yeah, like listen, Deadpool, that was a different time, man. It's pretty crazy. It's like that was 2 years ago. we're talking. So I had a little break, no pun intended, from it, but I gotten back into it, and I feel like I've gained back a lot of progress, and I'm much more proficient uh, than I was during that Ryan Katsu Rivera fight, the famous Ryan Katsu Rivera fight that was announced by the late great Ski Mask Collective. Rest in peace to Ski Mask. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I saw something on shit. Give me 1 second here. Hang with me. I was on the old Twitter, the X, the other day, and I saw something pretty cool. I wanted to throw up for you guys here. Let's take a look. Here we go. I love this, man. This is some pretty cool shit. Not gonna lie, man. This one actually was pretty cool to see. Check this out. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Look at this bitch, you know. There we go. Look at this. This was Yard Dog. Yard Dog 60 on Twitter. That's Ski Mask's dad. If you didn't know, the old Yard Dog. Go give him a follow. But he posted this 2 days ago. This is a pencil drawing that an artist made for him of our old buddy Ski, the mic in his hand. This may have been a secret show because he was wearing the jacket outside, I'm guessing. But this is beautiful. This is really cool. This is really great. You know, definitely captures the essence of the dude. Handsome boy. Not gonna lie, he was a beautiful boy. Quite a conflicting character, if you could say, for some folks. But this is a very beautiful memorial for our man. So if you are into it, I would go on to X, look up Yard Dog, YARDDAWG 60, and give him a shout. Tell him how much his son Ski Mask meant to you. Maybe shoot him an anecdote or something. I'm sure he'd appreciate it, man, because I know there are some people out there still hurting after his passing. You know, it was very magnanimous sort of individual, uh, to say the least. So shout out to Cabana King and Yard Dog, and rest in peace, Ski. Steve, you get a job at the airport waving those lights. I hear they get paid well. I hear they get paid well to do that. People are saying there's only 21 people watching and Jane Fonda ain't one of them. Well, listen, it don't mean this won't get back to her. And I got people on the inside. We will get that to her. It's a wild ride, yeah. Balls deep. Balls deep, do you? Oh wow, yeah. Shit. I forgot that I gave Balls a wrench a while back. But yeah, if once you're a mod with Stevie, you're a mod for life. Speaking of which, there she is. Doodle with the double flags. I said flags. I said flags, Gino. Double flags. We're doing it. America. America. Jane Fonda has a podcast now? Mother of Christ. Let's send her some super chats. Tell her how much she sucks. Hanoi Jane, as they would call her. NJ Ranger says he woke up and you guys were still on. Yeah. It was one of those nights. The sex talk was vomitous. Stevie, how do you feel about emo dudes? I take it on a case-by-case situation sort of thing. What did Doodle say here? Did she say something? No Gusto says Kiki was super funny last night. Comedy Dream Team. I think he might be sticking it to her a little bit there. But come on, like, have fun with it all you want. I get it. Good time was had last night. You could hate me up and down the street 6 ways till Saturday. Same thing for Carmix. Same thing for Keanu. The greatness of Kevin Brennan outweighs all of that. So, and then Patrick Melton outweighs everyone on a scale. So just keep it all in perspective sometimes. That's what I say. Yeah, we had a good time last night though. There's no way to sugarcoat that at all. Kevin was in a rare form, really letting it fly. The chat was on fire. And yeah, we had a good time. Didn't get much sleep last night due to the fact that we know what's going on. Or, you know, maybe you don't know. You weren't watching last night. And I can break the news to some of you. But I am currently on day 5 of a very, very serious cannabis break where I have consumed 0 cannabis, no edibles, no vaping, no smoking, no boofing, no, you know, or no fucking we. None of it. None of it. Yeah, basically it was a death wish arc last night. So yeah, it's honestly, it's worth whatever Patreon fee he charges to get in on the ground level. Do yourself a favor, throw a few bucks at the man and watch the replay of last night. I really enjoyed that show. Being there, just being in the room was fun. Trying to keep up with that man is tough. No ticky, no laundry, which is a Departed quote. Steve, does Joseph Catalano have your vote for president? Not only does Joey Catalano have my vote for president, I'm right now actively campaigning to be his drug czar when he does become president. So hopefully that might even help your decision as to who you're going to vote for in that election. But having a coffee with my peeps, like my man Ball said, hit like if you know what's good for you. Give me 1 second. I'm starting to feel a little rumble in the tummy. I'm going to go get a banana real quick. Let's do that together, huh? Hold on 1 second. Seriously, I'm in my skips. In my fucking underwear today. But let's have a banana together here. I want to show you guys how I eat a banana. This is how I eat a banana. I take the banana and then I. Woo! Can you imagine if that's how I ate? I don't think you get the nutrition that way. You wouldn't get the nutrition if that's how I ate the banana. This is how I do eat a banana, though. I get the peanut butter, I take a little fucking yadango, and then I go, I get the tip all peanut buttered up like that, and then you just go. You're not going to see that on Mercy's show. You won't see that on fucking Nobody Likes Onions. That motherfucker. Again, there's fucking such a delicious thing. Too much. But go have yourself a banana covered in fucking peanut butter. What a great way to start your day. Uppers and lowers. Best by color ever. What's boofing? So boofing, the trick to boofing is that you got to get at least to the second knuckle with it when you're jamming it up there. That's when you take drugs and you put it in your rectum. But the trick really is you got to make sure you get to that second knuckle when you're inserting it. If you don't get it to the second knuckle when you're putting it in, boofing, Colt C, not to correct you, but boofing is Stevie's preferred method of ingesting any drug or alcohol. I'm not gonna argue. Look at this, Jesse Angel, my beautiful, amazing, another one of my beautiful, amazing mods here in the house. Was up late last night with us too. Hopefully you got some sleep. I didn't get a lot of. I guess this is probably when I was dealing with that banana like a shit stained or don't eat on stream. Wow, this is a lot, I guess. Wow, I'm catching up to the chat where I guess that was when I had that little performance. That was just performance art. You guys got to understand. You ladies got to understand. This is all just performance art. It's a lot. I get it, but it's performance art. A. Thompson says NLO is diabetic. He can't eat high sugar fruits. Low blow, Stevie. Low blow. Huh. Listen, if you're low on blow, you got to call your dealer. The fucking guy. Holy shit, that's right. That is the old Elvis, the old peanut butter banana sambo. Yeah, I love it. I used to eat a thing called a banana boat. Banana boat. And I'm pretty sure I learned about it on Mr. Rogers. Yeah. Holy shit, look at this. What the fuck? This just took me down a goddamn rabbit hole. I could have swore I heard about that on Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. The concept of a banana boat is tied to an opera episode where Chef Brockett jokingly expresses the desire to captain one. Well, so what we had as kids, a banana boat was when you took there we go. Took a piece of bread, you spread some peanut butter on it, and you put a banana on it, and you yum that down. That was one of my. Yeah, look at that. People are not enjoying my act out there, but what are you gonna do? It was a time last night. I didn't get sleep. Yeah, listen, sometimes, especially in a 24-hour city like New York City, it just doesn't. We just don't sleep, and you just got to deal with it. Type 1 diabetes too. That's pretty rough. Patrick is a high sugar fruit, is what Mickey has to say. And honestly, Mickey, I'm going to put a star on that. that is so far the chat of the day. You've won the day, Mickey. Give yourself a round of applause. Exactly. Colt C checking in, showing love. But yeah, I'm actually starting to feel that energy level drop a little bit. Thank goodness I put that banana down. But let's get into it, folks. I went and saw a movie this week, and I will say it was my favorite movie of the year. I've said that a couple times so far this year. And that's what happens when you go and see a lot of flicks. Sometimes the year starts to ratchet up a little bit. Honestly, it's been kind of a slow year when it comes to film in general. Sinners came out the box pretty hot early on and made a stir. I personally thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. Didn't love it as much as a lot of other people did, Sinners, but you fast forward to August, and I'm already hearing that Sinners may end up being a Oscar Best Picture contender, or at least will get the nomination because solely based on the fact that there's been no other decent movies that are like Oscar worthy that have come out yet this year, which is wild. I was talking with a buddy of mine about this 2 days ago before we went to go see this movie. I'll tell you about in a sec. But I'm sitting here thinking like, well, what could we nominate right now if we had to? And really, the only thing that comes, the two movies that come to my head would be Warfare, and maybe The Surfer by Nicolas Cage. And I think Surfer getting a nomination is a bit of a pipe dream. But please, if you didn't see Nick Cage's The Surfer this year, please do go find that. Go see Alex Garland's Warfare as well. And really well made, tight flicks, with no notes from me on those two. But yeah, I saw this film on Thursday night. What? Jesus Christ. Mickey saw Weapons. That was it. That's what I'm getting at here, man. There's this new movie out right now called Weapons that is out in theaters. And Mickey, let's not spoil anything. You can definitely give your opinion of the film. Try not to give any plot too much away if you can. And I'll do the same. It's only been out for 2 days. I think that's not enough time to let everyone catch up. But like, seriously, if you haven't seen a film yet this year, go see Weapons. It is a horror film. It's more of a psychological horror, I'd call it. It's not as much of your standard fare horror. It's more of this elevated horror, they call it. Look at that. The Surfer was great. Dr. Chow checking in. He's Stevie Lou 2.0. Yeah, I guess there may be some sort of upgrade that could have occurred recently. Dr. Chow, my boy, the Mega G. Dr. Chow was giving me some props last night. I saw your messages, Dr. Chow, after the fact, but I was having a good time giving a certain person in the MLC chat some guff last night, as he certainly deserves. So, shout out to the Chow Man. Jesus fucking Christ. Doodle says, what about War of the Worlds with Ice Cube? Yeah, I have not taken the chance. I've not given myself the opportunity to pull that one yet. But apparently that may have been one of the worst films made in recent memory. But listen, excuse me. I don't know why I tried to call you dude. Doodle. Sometimes a bad film has a place. I'm not going to lie. I am a bit of I've got a soft spot in my heart and in my brain for bad films. There's two types of bad films. There are bad films that are so bad they should have never been made. And then there are other bad films that are so bad that they actually become good. It goes like full circle where it's like, holy shit, this is so terrible that the fact that this was made is remarkable. There's just that's just there's two types. It's so bad that it should have never been made, or so bad that this is a goddamn miracle to life that this was made. Um, the one example that always pops out and will always pop out for me was the movie Cats, the film adaptation of the Broadway play Cats that came out just before COVID, if I recall correctly. It was either 2018 or 2019. I want to say it was 2019. That actually may have been one of the last films I saw in a theater before COVID was Cats, and I took some. Let's just get it out there. I took a bunch of LSD. As a matter of fact, and this is kind of speaking out of school here. The wifey took a little tiny bit. Like me, I'm a motherfucker. I've been partying since before some of you were born. So 10 hits of acid, that was like a good weekend for the old Lou boy here at one point. But the wifey, she don't party like that at all, really ever. But we were like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get a little extra silly and go see Cats in theaters. We had heard how terrible it was and all that. And I honestly fucking loved that experience. I was tripping my fucking balls off, like melting in the seat, tripping. But the other folks in the theater were also having a good time with it. I think people were getting drunk. It was like the movie had been out for a few weeks, and like word had kind of started to get out that like, listen, this is getting a lot of bad reviews, but it's actually got something to it. Go get fucked up, go see it. And I'll never forget when Jennifer Hudson started singing Memories, famous song Memories. I was overcome with emotion and I was crying, like bawling, tripping my balls off, watching Jennifer Hudson give this beautiful rendition of the classic song Memories. And I was overcome, literally overcome with emotion, started bawling, crying. And my wife turned to me and she was like, hey, you should go out. You should go out of the theater for a minute and compose yourself. She was like, this is embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself and me. And like, get it together, dude. What is wrong with you? Are you all right? And I was just like, I was fine. I was literally just feeling emotions. It's a beautiful song if you think about it. So shout out to the wifey. He said Nick Cage, Gino. Nicholas Cage and the Surfer. A Thompson. Oh, okay. Weapons looks good. I gotta wait for it to hit IMAX before I see it. Yeah, I saw it on IMAX, the IMAX format. Now, here's the thing: in New York City, we only have one real IMAX, and that's the large format IMAX up at Lincoln Square. I go all the time. Weapons was sold out on the big IMAX, and they have these other IMAX screens that aren't the giant ones. They're bigger than your normal movie screen, but they're not like overwhelmingly massive. So I saw the film in IMAX on this like smaller format IMAX. And honestly, it's one of those films that you don't need to see it in IMAX at all. Like there is no reason to go see Weapons in IMAX. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe I'm missing something because I didn't see it on the big screen, but yeah, it seems like to a certain degree, sometimes the IMAX label is becoming just like a marketing tool as opposed to a experience elevator. Um, yeah, I don't want to like bore the non-movie fans out here with too much of my opinion on that. I personally, if you're not seeing it on a giant IMAX screen, I'd say the Dolby presentation is a better way because you get a better sound experience with Dolby. And usually the IMAX sound system is also cranked up with the 5.1 surround, etc. But I just didn't. I'm sitting in this theater with my buddies watching this film, enjoying the hell out of it, and I'm like saying to myself, what makes this special? Why is this IMAX label so important to this film? I just didn't, it just didn't jive with me. Mickey says Warfare was amazing, but I doubt it'll get an Oscar nod. Let's look something up real quick, Mick. Alex Garland Oscar nomination. So Alex Garland, the director, has already had one nomination for Best Original Screenplay. I don't know what that was, though. Help me out here, guys. What did Alex Garland get nominated for? But yeah, Alex Garland has been a G in the movie industry for as long as I can remember. I'm pretty sure, didn't Alex Garland write The Beach? The Danny Boyle film? Wasn't he? Yeah, he wrote the book, The Beach, collaborator with the wonderful Danny Boyle, who championed another one of my top movies of the year. And this one was a little more controversial with the opinions of it, but I fucking loved 28 Years Later. Like that, if Weapons wasn't in the conversation, I would probably put 28 Years Later as one of the best films of the year. I also enjoyed the movie Bring Her Back. I give Weapons the nod just slightly over Bring Her Back, but we got Bring Her Back, Weapons, 28 years later. There's a movie out right now called Together that's supposed to be pretty good. I have not seen it yet. I'm going to try to catch that soon. There's a Pete Davidson horror film out right now called The Home that's supposed to be decent. So horror is up right now. Horror is up. It's been good for horror lately. And look at that. I can see my numbers dropping. So let's go back to the Devilverse shit. That's okay. People call me dudes. Okay. I got you. And yeah, go see it this week. Honestly, Weapons is a film that you need to see before people start talking about it. There is stuff to spoil. And I mean, even if you did know the plot and how it resolves, I think you could still watch it and enjoy it. Fucking Josh Brolin was incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's funny, today I read that originally they wanted to do Pedro Pascal in the Josh Brolin role, and they passed over Pedro and went to Josh. Like, thank the Lord that happened, because if fucking Pedro Pascal was in one more fucking movie this year, I swear to fucking God, Pedro, if you're in one more movie, so help me God, Pedro. So fucking help me God, if I see you in one more goddamn film this year, I'm going to jam a couple more bananas up my ass as a fucking protest. All right? Hold me to that, Doodle. You fucking write this down. It's goddamn August 9th, 9 a.m. Stevie Lou says he will jam a bunch of bananas up his ass if Pedro Pascal is in one more fucking film in 2025. Okay? Stevie, thoughts on the Cable Guy? Now, do you mean the Jim Carrey film from 1997, 96? The Cable Guy? Let's see. 96, yeah. I saw it in theaters with a buddy. I would have been like 13, 14. And I gotta rewatch it. I feel like I gotta give it a fresh look as an adult. It's hard to say. I remember the basketball scene being epic. The medieval times scene being a lot of fun, and Jim Carrey putting on a real weird performance. That was kind of like the thing that may have derailed Jim's career. And that was also a little bit like he got built up faster. The rise of Jim Carrey is arguably the fastest, most successful movie run of any person in the history of Hollywood. And if you don't know, I'll fucking school you right now. But motherfucker came out with 3 films in a matter of like 16 months that absolutely raked fucking money in the box office. We had Ace Ventura, we had The Mask, and we had Dumb and Dumber. If you weren't around back in the 90s and you don't know, those were cultural icons. Those movies were ubiquitous, especially when we had this monoculture back in the mid 90s. No internet, just word of mouth, magazines, and the Hollywood machine. But those 3 films, that run of Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber, I can't see any other comedian, comic actor who's put 3 out like that on their first starring feature roles. Okay, like yeah, he had been in a few movies before that, but the first vehicle that he was given to drive was Ace Ventura, and that was so fucking successful that they basically greenlit a sequel right away. Um, and then The Mask was right behind it. And it's funny, I'd heard someone say that like, we got lucky that we got Ace Ventura 2 because he was kind of like Jim Carrey was kind of forced to sign a sequel contract, or it was part of his deal that he signed on the first Ace Ventura that if it does well, he has to make a sequel. Well, it did so well, he was forced to make the sequel, which did well too. But Jim was like, "What the fuck am I doing? Why am I gonna force contractually obligate myself to do sequels? I'm fucking Jim Carrey, motherfucker." So that's why you see like the Mask 2 was never made. There were talks of making the Mask 2, but it was never made. He ended up getting the Son of the Mask, starring NLC Chad Zumach's friend Jamie Kennedy, and that movie sucks dick, and it's also bizarre. It's also a bizarre film, not even a bad good film. It's just very very strange plot. Same thing with Dumb and Dumber. They wanted to make a sequel, Dumber and Dumberer, with Jim, and he was able to pass that off. So that's where it's like just this bizarre phenomenon where you had Jim Carrey did Ace Ventura and then the sequel to Ace Ventura, but then every other movie after Ace Ventura, the sequel to it that's made is completely dog shit. Hollywood trying to make sequels to Jim Carrey movies without Jim Carrey is one of the fucking greatest follies. NJ Ranger, what about Donkey Kong Bonanza? What does that have to do with anything? I was at Best Buy the other day and I played it. I played a little sample of it, and I was like, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of losing my video game taste. Colt C, I haven't stopped. I haven't watched the movie since they stopped making Ernest films. Yeah, I mean, my father took me to go see Ernest Goes to Prison. Yeah. No, actually, I remember seeing Ernest Saves Christmas and Ernest Goes to Prison and then Ernest Saves Halloween. I saw those 3 films in the theater with my father, and as a matter of fact, I gave Big Stevie Lou a call yesterday. I gave Stevie Lou a call yesterday. He's out on vacation, out in Opie Land, out in the Hamptons right now. Fucking big dog hanging out. But we talked about going to see Naked Gun when he's back next week. He was that's like a memory that I have as a child. My father showing me Naked Gun, the movie, and us laughing our balls off. And that was a great little father and son bonding moment. So I reached out to him, call your dad, call your mom and dad as much as you can, folks. Gave Pops a call to check in, and I told them we got to go see Naked Gun as soon as possible. I hear good things. I hear it's very funny. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around that you got Liam Neeson in a comedy role, but I'll go for the ride. I ain't afraid. I ain't scared. I heard it's pretty fucking good. So I'd like to give that a gander with the Pops. We haven't seen a movie together in a while. I think one of the last films we saw together in the theaters was the new Blade Runner movie, the Denny Villeneuve movie, which Denny Villeneuve, it's kind of hit or miss for me. I didn't really like the new Blade Runner, didn't really like Dune 1, but I loved Dune 2. And I also hear that this film Prisoners is really good, and I never seen it. And I think I'm going to try to watch it this weekend because I heard a lot of people trying to compare weapons to Prisoners for some reason. I don't exactly get that because I've only seen one of the two. But the Chow Man is checking in saying, before you quit, did you mess with THC drinks? I feel the new THC bubbly drinks, 10 milligram THC, 10 milligram CBD hits so strong compared to edibles or smoking. So yes, there is an issue with the THC drinks, and I'm not sure if you're aware of, Chow, is that there's two types of them, both containing THC, but the way that they derive the THC is different. And you say to Stevie, Stevie, it's THC. Isn't it just THC? Yes and no. THC that's derived directly from cannabis is much more active and potent than THC that's been derived from hemp. And do always try to get to the bottom of that when you are purchasing the THC beverages in New York. They took advantage of that hemp bill loophole and are using hemp to extract THC, which is, there's only a little bit of THC in hemp, but if you have enough of it, you can get it out of it. So I would just suggest that if you are going to imbibe in those THC drinks, you try to find the real ones that have the real good THC in it. To me, honestly, like 10 milligrams kind of isn't enough. A bit of a heavyweight when it comes to the stuff. So I'd have to drink a couple of those, but that's fine if you think about it. Like if you're not drinking alcohol and you want to go to a party and hang, exactly, weed claws, we'll call them. Then you have a couple and you might get a buzz on. Now, one thing I'm hearing out there, and Doodle kind of is keying in on this, is that a lot of people are taking those THC seltzers and they're pouring vodka in them. And that's like, Jesus Christ, that sounds like high school for me. But you might as well get your shit on. A. Thompson says, did you see Sinners in 70 millimeter IMAX? I did not. That was one of those tough tickets in New York City to get. Like I said, we only have one big format screen that would have played that, and Sinners was such a hot ticket that it was sold out, impossible ticket. Either you sit in the front row or you wait a couple weeks to see it in that format. That being said, I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to, the hype was popping. I didn't want to get spoiled on it. So my buddies and I went and saw it in the regular format. But I did hear that Sinners is one of those films that the IMAX does matter. And it's just like you can't just go into every IMAX film expecting the effect of IMAX to work. 70 millimeter is also film projection. which I love. So I do try to go see as many projected films this day and age as possible. But I won't be the one to say I'll only go see it in 70 millimeter or large format IMAX, and I'm going to wait to see it until I get a chance to do that. I'll go see a film on a whim at any theater. I fucking love. Um, I love it. See now, A. Thompson, you're going to get me a little bit riled up here, buddy. A. Thompson says Weapons was shot in IMAX, so therefore I will see it in IMAX. If I drag myself to the movies, I make it count. Okay, two things. A, I go to the movies all the time. I have the AMC A list. I pay $30 a month, and it allows you to see up to 4 films a week. Now, I don't see 4 films a week, but I'll see 7, 8, sometimes 10 films in a month. And we've got a shit ton of theaters in New York City. Not a lot of IMAXs, only one big format IMAX and a couple other smaller format IMAXs. Now, here is the little inside Hollywood secret that they don't want you to know, A. Thompson, and you're lucky that you got a boy like Stevie Lou to set you straight. The idea of shot in IMAX is not what you think it is. It does not mean the same thing that it used to mean. You got brilliant directors like Christopher Nolan who refuse to shoot their movies in anything but IMAX since I think The Dark Knight Returns. Nolan's been making his films specifically only in IMAX. And if you know what that is, IMAX is a type of camera. The actual print that they're filming on is a just larger format, kind of similar, like we said, to 70 millimeter. Sometimes if you go to an IMAX screening, they'll give you a clip of the IMAX print. One thing I'll tell you, the difference between IMAX movies and regular movies is that regular films project on the film vertically. So if you don't get what I'm saying, it's frame by frame by frame by frame going in a vertical line. Those reels are pulled through a projection reel, so it's projected out in a vertical manner. IMAX is horizontal. So instead of having like a film reel that goes this way, it goes that way. Now you're saying, Stevie, what's the difference between vertical and horizontal? It's how you load the actual reels. Instead of loading a circular film reel horizontally, you load it sideways. And it's a much larger film piece. But here's the thing. Those cameras are expensive. They're loud as well. That's like one of the biggest drawbacks of IMAX is that the camera itself is so loud that you normally cannot record natural sound while you're filming in IMAX because the fucking camera is so loud you can't hear the actors talking over it. So you see, like in Dunkirk, not a lot of dialogue, or when the dialogue is happening, James Hardy has the pilot's mask on, similar to Bane having the mask on. A lot of these Christopher Nolan films, Oppenheimer, apparently, the majority of the dialogue, the audio that you're hearing, has to be recorded after the filming. It's called MOS in the business. It stands for mit out sound, because I forget who it was, but an early German director was trying to say without sound, but his German accent made him say mit out sound. So they call it MOS in the industry. If you're filming something and like, okay, an independent New York film thing, it happens all the time. We rented out a space to shoot something, and then the fucking elevated subway is right there. It's going by every 10 minutes, and you have to either hold the shot for the train to pass, or you just film it and put the sound on. You'll sit some people down and try to get them to match their dialogue with what they're saying. on screen. And when it's done well, it can work. But here's the thing, A. Thompson, what I was trying to get at is that that's not the case anymore. That the IMAX camera is what's filming a lot of movies. IMAX has developed an IMAX camera app. Now, that's not for you and I. It's still for bigger budget studios to use. But all it is just taking a ratio and a image style and putting it onto a digital camera to shoot. And to me, that's kind of bush league. And it's become legitimately IMAX is a company. It's a publicly traded company that's been doing very well actually lately. If you have some money, I would invest in IMAX, because you got suckers like A. Thompson out there saying shit like this. I'm sorry, A. Thompson. I hate to call you out, buddy, but I am on the side of just go see a fucking movie. Just go see a movie. Don't be a fucking snob about it. Go see a film. Go have a good time. When we went and saw Weapons on Thursday, it was a full theater, and I can't. I don't know what it is about seeing a film in a full theater, especially a film like that with all the fucking insanity and the craziness and all like the shocking scenes that you end up seeing. Like the audience was going nuts, and that's part of the fun that I miss. Like that was part of my youth, is going to a packed theater and just fucking yelling and reacting. And it's fucking, you don't really yeah, okay. So like, okay, sure. F1 in IMAX. Yeah, like they literally took the fucking actual IMAX cameras, strapped them on to F1 cars, and drove them around. And they drove them in real races too. That's pretty cool. That's taking innovation and using it in a cool way. And as a matter of fact, F1 was apparently so good in IMAX that it's coming back to theaters in IMAX, which is something you don't see very often. And I had personally boycotted the movie F1 because of this guy Gustav's involvement in it. Seriously, I said, all right, fine. If that's your film and you're on the red carpet and you're bragging about your involvement, then that's on my boycott list. I won't see it. But I feel like as a cinephile and a guy who likes to stay on top of film, I'm kind of doing myself a disservice there. So I believe I will try to go check it out when it comes back out. I think this week or next week in IMAX. So I'm not sold anymore on IMAX, man. I'll tell you what, like I've fuck 3D film. Fuck 3D. If I'd never have to put a goddamn pair of glasses on my face to watch this bullshit, the last Captain America film with Anthony Mackie and the Red Hulk, I saw in theaters, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, this is like honestly ruining my experience. This 3D shit. It's a gimmick. It's a fucking fad. I'm not trying to compare directly IMAX and 3D, but that's where we're at. Doodle says, okay, does the newfound sobriety put the kibosh on our cockadoodle-loo brew, weed-infused cold brew? Thought it would be good that you aren't consuming all the product. Exactly. You know, if you go down the 10 crack commandments, one of the top, I think actually, is it the first rule is never get high on your own supply. So, no, it does not put the kibosh. As a matter of fact, I don't see how sobriety is going to affect my love of the plant that's brought me tremendous relief in my life. Tremendous relief. As a matter of fact, I really, really do miss it. I really do miss it, and what it's been able to, what kind of quality of life it's been able to provide me when it comes to feeling okay with my digestive issues. So it's also so beautiful, like just looking at weed, smelling weed, not smoking it, just observing it in its natural state is a marvel. It's a beautiful plant. I've grown my own. Plan on staying in that industry one way or another for the rest of my life. I think. Who knows? Talk to me in 6 months, really. Yes. Terrible Tony, great call. Nasty Neil just interviewed Callie Shatera and Clayton Ferris from Weapons yesterday. I will say I do not know who those two people are, but shout out to Nasty Neil and his Without Your Head podcast. Please do go give that a follow. And if you're going to listen to an episode, go listen to the Weapons episode. I probably would suggest trying to see Weapons first. But shout out to my boy Nasty Neil. Oh, holy shit! Just reminded me. Let's pull this up. I saw a film. I had a very, very busy week with film. So this, you guys have to see. I'm sorry, we have to see this here. This was the film I watched with my homies, this week. And the reason why I bring this up is because this guy in the middle here, that is the great Bill Whedon, who is the star of Nasty Neil's upcoming film. Sorry, Neil, I forget what the title was, but Bill Whedon is a Trauma movie alum, a great actor, great independent actor. He's actually, holy shit. Okay, wow, holy fuck. So this guy, Bill Whedon, here in the middle of the screen. Okay, so this movie that we saw is called Special Needs Revolt. It was directed by my buddy Adrian Esposito. Adrian Esposito, who is another Trauma guy. And the movie is a man with Down syndrome leads a group of social outcasts in a rebellion to overthrow the evil president of a dystopian future America. Honestly, this film can be seen on Tubi as of this week. TUBI is the app. Just go look up Special Needs Revolt and strap the fuck in, because it's one of the best independent films I've ever seen, hands down, or at least in the last 20 years. One of the best independent films to come out. And it's an independent film, so it has its charm, but I cannot recommend a movie more to you if you're looking for a fun, goofy time. Check out Special Needs Revolt on Tubi. And what I was trying to get at is this guy, Bill Whedon here. You may recognize him as the funny shirt guy from Carlito's Way. If you know this reference, I love you. The fucking, he's got like a Hawaiian shirt and he's dancing. I'm trying to pull this up. Damn, this is not coming up like I thought it would. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Hold on, just bear with me, folks. So, why I know this is because South Park literally fucking did his character on air the other day. And like oh gosh. Here you go. So this here with the pink shirt, the flowers, and the white hair on South Park the other day, that's Bill Whedon's character from Carlito's Way. So this motherfucker got basically, he's cast in iron for the rest of life as on this Trump episode, this controversial Trump episode of South Park. But yeah, look, he was fucking bugging out about it recently. Just turned 85. Jesus Christ, Bill doesn't look a day over fucking 40. But oh yeah, look at this. This was on the set of Shakespeare Shitstorm. This was my first film I ever worked on here. Shakespeare Shitstorm. As a matter of fact, that big pile of green powder was something that I helped put together Let's see if Bill. Here we go. Yeah, my second appearance on South Park. I just can't. So I guess he was. I definitely can't play the clip. I don't think without getting taken down. But yeah, holy shit, he was in. He was in Sergeant Kabukiman. I didn't realize that. Huh. Anyway, all right, kind of lost my train of thought there, but yeah. Kids from the Goonies grew up. Yeah, man. Um, Brad from the Goonies. Let's catch up here. Fred Stoller was in Dumb and Dumber. That's right. I'm a little behind here. Yeah, Truman Show is great. Catch me back up with where I was at there. Yeah, the cable guy was the thing that derailed Jim Carrey's hot streak. I remember when Cable Guy came out, it was hit on by the critics, and it really kind of had Jim pivot. And how did he pivot? He made a film called The Majestic, which kind of sucked, and then Truman Show, which was really good. I do agree that the Truman Show is great. Ed Harris is remarkable in that film. To be honest, a really trippy film that you should get super baked high and watch. Saves Christmas was a good one. And then here she is, Michaela. Good morning, young lady. Another one of my beautiful mods in the house. Shout the fuck out to Michaela. We're doing it. We're doing it. Prisoners is amazing. Polytechnique is my favorite Villanueva movie. I wish he made more like that. Is Polytechnique that film that I keep seeing the final scene to where it's some woman at a pool? Is that the one? I've never seen that one. I will give it a shot. I'm pretty sure that's that film. Yeah, I'm kind of Colt C. I guess he wants Liam Neeson to do Ernest. I could see it. Sober Stevie, yeah, that's right. I mean, there's no weed cock. I actually hid the weed cock. I know where it is, but it's hidden. It's probably a good idea to keep that sort of thing out of sight for a little while so I don't get tempted. Right, kitty? It's fucking breakfast time for them. So we'll be wrapping this up pretty soon. Yeah, here we go. Doodle's talking now. I like the 25 milligram weed clause from the dispensary. Yeah, if it's 25 milligrams, then it's almost definitely cannabis THC, and that'll get you where you want to go. Jesse Angel, my angel, says once I poured vodka in a Four Loko and it was a time. Now, especially if that was the Four Lokos that that have the caffeine in it, then fuck, that is a time. Yeah, and MSO is saying Four Luco. That's for damn sure. Throw the L's up. Hit the like button. Throw the L's up. Sinners is 70p 15. NYC should have that theater. 70p 15. Yeah, I think he means 70 millimeter. I don't know, dog. NJ Ranger checking in says, how do you feel about Liam McEnany being cast in a remake of The Blob? That's a low blow. That's a low blow. Thompson, Nolan cheaped out on The Dark Knight. Only certain scenes were 70 millimeter. Yeah, that's true. The action film, the action stuff. Well, I mean, because if you think about it, The Dark Knight Returns is probably the Batman film with the most dialogue out of the three, the least amount of action. There's a lot of fluff in that film, um, a lot of exposition to build up the story, the character, the Nolan Batman. So yeah, you would see the format would change where there would be little black bars on the side of the film. And then when it would go IMAX, you'd get the full screen. Honestly, something that I was fine with. I was fine with that. I didn't bother me. But I do agree that if you're going to show a film in 70 or an IMAX, it should be the same ratio aspect wise the entire time. I can see how that would bother some people, but I was able to get over it. Oh, Jesus Christ. These guys, Liam catching strays, some shrapnel over here. We have a real IMAX here. Only a few films were real IMAX this year. Oppenheimer and Sinners are the only ones I can think of this year. No, listen, buddy. I know I kind of gave you a little bit of shit about the whole IMAX thing, but I appreciate your enthusiasm for film, and you're clearly a knowledgeable film guy, and I respect the fuck out of that. Anybody who has a love for film that can match my enthusiasm, we're gonna be friends. We could probably sit down and talk and have a good time, have a beer, which is something I might even think about having soon. I have not had a drink of alcohol in a few weeks. I've been off it over the past. Yeah, it's funny. One of the last times I got really drunk was at Super Bowl in Atlantic City when I ended up going up to the Ghost of Mr. P's suite and indulging in some smoked meats and charcuterie. And yeah, I guess you got to be drunk to say okay to something like that. But shout out to the Ghost of Mr. P. Well, actually, look at this thing. Oh, I got a funny little. Look at this. So when I was hanging out in Ghost of Mr. P's room, he gave me this thing, and I was so wasted. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, and I thought it was some sort of like airborne ranger patch. He was like, "Here, you should have this, buddy. You know, this is something that me and you and I got off on the wrong foot, and you seem like a cool guy. So here, I want you to have one of these." And I was like, "What the fuck? He's giving me a fucking air what do they call those guys? A ranger, army ranger, the guys who jump out of fucking airplanes, badge. This is amazing." And then I looked closer when I got home, and it's asshole merit badge. So kind of got there, but still, thank you, Ghost to Mr. P. It's something I cherish dearly. It's just one of those things. God, not even gonna say anything here. That's inappropriate. Ambrose Burnside says, hearing Stevie use the word ubiquitous about Jim Carrey movies is worth the price of admission. I'm not gonna lie, that I don't even know what comes out of my mouth sometimes. A. Thompson, and if my kids are dragging me to some superhero movie, it will be IMAX 3D only, or I'm not going. It keeps me from walking out. Fair, fair. I'm sure, as most of you can understand, I don't have children, so I don't have to worry about that sort of stuff. I do have nephews who I will be trying to really get. And actually, I'm trying to get my nephews to their first film or the first film with me soon. There's a theater by me that plays kids' films specifically, older kids' films specifically. So I want to try to do one of these screenings with them and my sister and brother-in-law. Got two nephews, the godfather to one of them, and they are my boys. I've been spending a lot of time this summer with them in the pool, trying to get them swimming. One is One is turning 5 in October. The other is 6. No, sorry. One is 5 and the other is 4. So they're like at that age where they can start learning to swim. You got to be careful. You got to teach them how to respect water, how to, you know, stay alive in water. But we have a pool, a big pool up in my hometown that my family have been going to since I was a kid on the water in Long Island Sound. And I've gone up a couple times so far and plan on getting a few more in before the summer's over with the boys in the pool. Uncle Steve goes off the diving board. If you didn't know, I'm a pretty talented diver off the diving board. I have a little bit of a skill there. I was a diver when I was 12, 13. My family was big into the swim team and I hated it, but I like diving. I could do a couple, flip guy, good form on the dive, great back dive, the inward, the reverse, all that shit. So I can also drop a nice can opener and really blow the fucking pool up with a nice fucking big splash. So Uncle Steve is a lot of fun to hang out with at the pool, let's just say. Jaws 3D was great. How dare you? Yeah, they're Jaws' 50th anniversary right now. It's coming back out on IMAX. It's funny. I'm sitting there shitting on IMAX all show, and I will be going to see Jaws in IMAX for sure. I think it's actually coming out at the very end of August, so that's exciting. I will not for a second try to act tough and big about Jaws the original on IMAX. And yeah, I said fad, Gino. I said fad. Friday the 13th in 3D. Wear the glasses and enjoy it, Stevie. Yeah, which was there a Friday the 13th? I know there was a Freddy's Dead. The Final Nightmare was in 3D. Yeah, part 3. That's right. Friday the 13th part 3 was in 3D. I haven't seen that film in a long time, but Friday the 13th part 3 is the good one. It's considered the good one. I believe that is where Jason gets his hockey mask. If you knew that or didn't know that, spoiler alert, in the first Friday the 13th, Jason's mother is the killer. And then in Friday the 13th, part 2, he wears a bag on his head, kind of like Ashley Cummings. And then in the part 3, he puts on his iconic hockey mask and keeps it on for the rest of the series. Yeah, Avatar in 3D, that's coming out again soon. Those films just don't connect with me, man. And I'm a huge James Cameron fan. Part of me kind of hates Avatar and so much that it basically consumed James Cameron's career and life, and he wasn't able to make anything else. Like that's kind of a bummer to me. A guy who's made some of my favorite movies of all time: Terminator, Terminator 2, True Lies, The Abyss. What am I missing? Aliens. That's what I was missing. Aliens. Yeah, the fact that he's had to just basically sink his whole time and money into Avatar, and hasn't been able to make anything else is just it's not great. Work phone. Bill Whedon's the man. Our Man Funk. Thank you, Terrible Tony. That's the new Nasty Neil film coming out. Our Man Funk. I believe Bill Whedon is Our Man Funk. I will be checking that out once it comes out. Maybe we'll get Nasty Neil on to talk about it. I think me and Nasty Neil on together on a show would be fun because we probably have some good independent film making stories. It's always a trip out there. Okay, let's discuss Chadvis and Butthead from Buttchin. I think it's Buttchin from yesterday. Laughed my ass off. It was very cute. Okay, like I get it. It wasn't bad. But last night you probably heard I was deriding it because it's just AI, Jess. That's the problem, Jesse. It's like it's not. It's just AI. It's AI slop. Mm, terrible. Tony knows Adrian. Yeah, Adrian Esposito. He's got another film too that I forget what it is. Clowns in the Woods. Yes. Okay. If you haven't seen, or if you want to see another, so maybe watch. Yeah, Special Needs Revolt is the follow-up to Clowns in the Woods. That's also okay. And just so you know, Adrian Esposito is a gentleman with special need. He has autism. He's on the spectrum. Where did I go? Adrian is a guy with special. Just so folks, just let's get that clear. That Special Needs Revolt is a film that is basically cast entirely of people. It's cast and crew mostly of people with special needs. That was like the basis of this film. Adrian is again very talented guy, but he has uh, how do I say this tactfully? He has autism, you know. So he's a huge fan of Trauma, and I met him on the set of Shakespeare's Shitstorm. I saw him in New York for the premiere of Special Needs Revolt. He was hanging out with some friends of ours one night, and I've chatted him up for a while. And he's a very interesting dude and very talented, as you can see. So go check out Clown in the Woods and also Special Needs Revolt, both of them on Tubi. So you can watch them for free today, tomorrow, whenever you want, and support independent film if you can. That's what I say. No way, no how. Special Needs Revolt is the craziest name I've ever heard. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had a good time telling a bunch of people this week that I was um, watching that movie, and like, uh, Stevie, did you catch that Tarantino flick that was 70 millimeter? It was a road show about a dozen theaters. I think you're talking about Hateful Eight. And yes, I did. Doggy, holy shit. Hold on 1 second. Pull out my attaché case here. This is the archive. Man, I have not broken this thing out in a while. I think this is in here. Let's take a look. Yes, look at this. Hey, my man. This is the Hateful Eight 2015 Roadshow. In New York City, folks. This is a pretty cool piece of memorabilia that I have. They gave this to you as you entered the theater. And yeah, it was amazing. They had like music playing and they did an intermission. Shit, you guys want to see what I have here? I don't know if I should show this. Yeah, I've got Troma was throwing out a bunch of shit recently, and they said, "Hey, if you want, come over, go through the stuff we're throwing out." They're clearing out some stuff in the closets, and I went ham. So I got some fucking original slides from Poultrygeist, production stills from Poultrygeist. I got, this is pretty good. This one actually might be worth some money. This is Toxic Avenger 1, the comic book. Look at this here. I've got, actually, look at this. This one's pretty nuts. So this is a script called Class of Nukem High, the series. So this was supposed to be the pilot episode of a TV show for Class of Nukem High. I have a copy of the original script in my hands here. And if you want to talk about original scripts, I got something here that this someday, let's hope this can be realized, because this was the first thing I ever wrote long time ago. It's based on a true story. It's called Privileged. It's a concept that I wrote up about 20 years ago, about 20 years ago, that I would like to one day make happen. Now, I also have this picture of Ricky Martin in here. That's just random. I don't know why I have that, but I do. Look at this. This is another one too. This is my notebook from when I was producing the East Side Dave show at Compound Media. Oh, look at that. Oh, Anthony Cumia sticker in there. But yeah. Got a lot of people's addresses in here because I used to have to send out T-shirts to the winners. All sorts of fun notes that I would take while I was producing that show. Got me my start in the business, that Eastside Dave. What do I got here? Oh, check this out. Come on, now we're having a good time. Look at this. So this is called blotter artwork. So this would be, I mean, it's not, but it could be 1,000 hits of LSD. It's 10 sheets of acid in one, and it's got this custom made Simpsons Bicycle Day artwork on it. Purchased that. These are custom special made long time ago by a buddy. So I got all these fucking, they are not activated, please. I wish. I don't think I'd be handling them like this if they were activated, but these are custom LSD 1,000 hit pieces of artwork. Man, I should have pulled this thing out a long time ago. Going through the archive today. Going through the archive. Look at this. I got a whole Exxon Jim Duggan. All right, enough of that. There's a whole bunch of shit in here. Look at this. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't even know. That's my boy Dwayne Steeler. All right, let's pull out here. Put the archive back. But yeah, Stevie Lou's got some fun stuff laying around. One day maybe we'll get into that all. Gave you a little fucking peek. See, the numbers have dropped significantly. Wish I could work on a movie set, says Jesse Angel. Jesse, listen. Play your cards right. Play your cards right, Missy. And maybe I'll need some help on a set one day. And we'll get you in there. We'll get you in there, Jess. But all right. I'm starting to run out of steam. Still in my underwear. My cats are going to start trying to claw my eyes out. Daddy is a little late for breakfast here. Are you hungry? Are you hungry, baby? Okay, yeah, he's hungry. So we're going to wrap it up here. Cats are going to start fucking losing their mind if I don't feed them. And we'll get our day going. But yeah, there we have it. Wanted to get a quick little stream in, check in with you folks. Kind of riding off a high from last night still, a natural high, if you will, because again, Stevie Lou is off the weed right now. But yeah, Jason on the boat. Jason Takes Manhattan with some great shit. Johnny Pate, number 8, checking in. Yeah, the old films would tell you to put your glasses on, which is fun. It's true. Stevie Lou Gaines, Jesus Christ. I guess I kind of walked into that one. Do I mumble? I do mumble. Wait, what? Is Terrible Tony? Is that Nasty Neil? I'm so confused. Or is that his co-host? Terrible Tony. I apologize, buddy. I don't know if I am acquainted with you, pal. And if if I am, and I'm not putting 2 and 2 together, I apologize. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of wondering why I haven't been invited to come on Without Your Head yet, with all of my film experience and horror, my light horror knowledge. I'm not in the same ballpark as Nasty Neil and you guys when it comes to your knowledge, but I do have a foot in it. So that would be a lot of fun. Tone, definitely. Oh shit! What the fuck? All right. I honestly, I don't. This is not a bit. I did not realize that Terrible Tony is Nasty Neil, and that makes sense now that you put it like that. Nasty Neil, Terrible Tony. That would be fucking amazing. Yeah, shit. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Well, shout out to Mama. I don't know, whatever. I don't. Shout out to your mom. Fucking shout out to your mom. Definitely do reach out to me. Terrible. I would love to come on, if not this week, ASAP. What? You're gonna have Bill Whedon on? I mean, fuck. That would honestly kind of be an honor. So let's take this off air. If you have a spot for me, great. If not, we'll work on it someday soon. But that is cool to know. I didn't realize that Nasty Neil has a. Oh my God. Can you crash the red carpet Ray is going to? If you can find out what it is and what's going on, I will 100% crash. I will 100% do that for you. If you can chow. I know you have a certain set of skills. The little Liam Neeson thing. Certain set of skills Dr. Chow has. So get to work. Yeah, Terrible Tony. I'll keep Thursday open for you guys. Did I have anything Thursday? Think I'm free on Thursday. So let's talk, bud. I would love to come on. Could always plug something. You guys do a great show. I love it. I do follow. And shout out to the Nasty Neil and Terrible Tony, Pope folks. Big Brenda. Shout out to Big Brenda. Shout out to everyone here. Do me a favor, throw the L's up before you go. If you're watching and you got a pair, sound off, throw the L's up, hit the like button. I guess if you're into it, you watch the fucking whatever Tukey bullshit coming up. I'm sure they'll have some sort of jerk off nonsense going on there. But that is something that you might want to do. Stevie Lou is gonna move on from this show. And thank you as always to everyone. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification button. We've got much more to say. but today is a day. Goodbye.